The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one too.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 72 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Out route here, he finds Turner. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second and 3. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Thunderbirds take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll drop to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd down and inches. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this one goes incomplete. A first misfire there after 6 straight completions, and it leads to 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Being chased out left to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on. Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. The Broncos still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a give up the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
2nd and 1. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. Orlando takes back over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Second and 2. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Turner. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd down at 5. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Let's go now. 60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.